Here's the new tax calculator. You can enter some details about your own circumstances, see how they affect allowances you may be entitled to, and the amount of tax you may expect to pay. If you're married or a civil partner, with the click of a button, you can also see how the tax you pay may change when you move to independent taxation. Our tax calculator is just for general illustrative purposes. It doesn't cover all circumstances, but it does help to show you how tax works. First, we get started with some basics. Decide how you'd prefer to enter your income and expenses. Confirm your relationship status. If you're married or in a civil partnership, confirm whether you're over 70, because you may be entitled to an additional allowance. Before you enter your income, if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see a summary illustration. At the moment, the table is empty as there's no information entered yet. There's a key, though, that lists allowances you may be entitled to when you start entering details. Not all allowances, deductions and circumstances are covered by the calculator, but it will give most people a good indication of how their tax is calculated. In this demo, we're entering details for a married couple, so there are 2 sets of income and expenses to enter, but it will only take a couple of minutes. You start by entering your own income. You can use the slider or enter a figure in the box to the right. Now scroll to the bottom of the calculator, and the income we just entered has appeared in the summary illustration as a green bar on the top half of the colour block. And under it, you see a grey bar with a curved edge has appeared. This shows a deduction of $25,700, which reduces how much of your income you'd pay tax on. It's the allowance you would currently get with married couple civil partnership taxation. The red part of the bottom bar is the amount of your income left that you would actually pay tax on. So let's scroll back up and carry on. If you have income such as self-employment or pension income, click Yes, then use the slider or click in the box and type a figure. It will put the pound sign in for you. No pence, just pounds, then click outside the box and the figure is there. Now you could add in any pension income. We're going to leave that blank, then add in any other income, such as property income. Let's put 5,000. Now a quick check, what's changed on the summary illustration? You can see that the green band now represents £53,000 income because the property and the self-employment figures are added in. Deductions are still the same at the moment, so the tax has gone up from 5,394 to 7,630. Now we'll add expenses. Not work expenses, but let's add some pension contributions. With any change you make to the form, you can scroll down and see how this has changed the allowances and the tax you may pay. The key shows the purple band that's appeared covers expenses and pension contributions. The total deductions have gone up to $27,700 and the tax has reduced. That's your own details in. Now we enter your partner's information. It's the same information as for you. Again, use the slider or type figures in the box. We'll put £11,000 income, say for part-time work. Pop to the summary illustration. Another quite large deduction band has appeared in orange. It's the second earner's allowance because the partner has £11,000 earned income. So the total income is now up to £64,000, but deductions have also increased to £34,000. So tax to pay has only gone up by £1,300. Let's finish putting in details. We'll leave this set to no other income. and we'll leave work expenses and pension contributions at nil. Lastly, some optional questions if you have children or a mortgage. Let's pop in one child. Let's leave childcare payments at nil, but put a mortgage in. Set the balance here and interest paid on the mortgage there. On the summary illustration, you can see another allowance deduction band has appeared in dark green. This is for the child allowance and also includes the mortgage interest relief. So, tax to pay has come down quite a bit from $8,385. Now you have a completed illustration, and the red band shows how much of your income you are currently likely to actually pay tax on. Now, to see the two independent tax calculations, click the blue button. You see a calculation for each partner. The partner with only $11,000 income is not needing to pay any tax. The one working full-time gets their $16,000 single allowance, pension deductions, mortgage interest relief, and half the child allowance. You can ask for the child allowance to be allocated differently if you wish. When we add the two bills together, that's the 0 and the 9075, they would pay more under independent taxation. If their circumstances were to stay the same as we've just input into the calculator for the next few years, they may choose to wait to move to independent taxation when it becomes mandatory and the compensatory allowance is in place. This is currently proposed to be by 2025, if the law for this is passed in 2022. It would enable an extra compensatory allowance deduction on the higher earner's income to bring down the total of the two independent taxation bills when they're added together to the same amount as the married calculation, and the couple then wouldn't be worse off. We hope you found this demo helpful and you'll use the calculator to explore your own circumstances. You can give us feedback on the calculator using the link on the bottom right of the calculator page.